And Her Majesty's Secret Service is a classic, an underrated film. Watch it now. I don't hate it as much as I did before. I don't hate this film, but there are areas I don't quite enjoy. Stay tuned for my review on this, in my opinion, misunderstood film, underrated film, in my opinion. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned.
And here we go.
And Her Majesty's Secret Service, released 2 years after the Twice, this time starring Joe Lazenby. This is his film debut. He was actually a male model. I had no acting experience apart from doing some commercials. And after Connery bowed out and vowed not to know to do Bond film again after And Long Live Twice. Watching this film recently, I enjoyed it a lot more. I think the first half of the film I don't enjoy so much. The last half of the film I enjoyed. The scenes between Bond and his future wife, Tracy, played by Diana Rigg, who's known for appeal for Avengers from 1960s. If you're from Britain, you know what Avengers is. He was a countess, um, slash hustler thief. You can get it. Who gets caught up with some naughty people, and Bond tries to help her out. And an aid of her father, who's a criminal himself, who promised Bond, if you my daughter, I'll make you a rich man. Bond is a man of integrity, doesn't want to do that, and genuinely falls in love, and marries her. Just Lazenby as Bond. Thing is, his voice is dubbed. I don't that's his voice is dubbed. I think maybe the Australian accent it fit the Bond dialect. And Lazenby had an infamous, the documentary about him being Bond. He hate the film. The Pope. He said he was treated fairly. His agent said he shouldn't do any more Bond film because 70s are coming up and people are becoming more liberal and anti-establishment, and Bond represents the establishment, the highest order. Her Majesty Conservative be working for the government authority, for the highest order, which is okay. Big mistake because the Bond films came in more popular in the 70s, we were watching more. So made a mistake but history can be unpredictable at times. Let's be one. I want to see what he's with natural voice. That would interest me more. I'll hit Lazenby. I just feel Connery's for me to defend the Bond. I would love to see this film maybe with Connery as Bond and see it and maybe being an ultimate Bond film. The romance stand, he worked as a Bond film, not so much, but a romance film I enjoyed it as more as just a romance film. The scene between Bond and Tracy, I love, especially the wedding scene. I loved it. There you could generally find the chemistry is impeccable. The romance is there. Like, you generally this girl Bond falls in love with because she helps a lot. She's very helpful as Bond. She's not a typical bimbo. She's one of the girls that stands out and brings a lot to the table. It helps Bond get a lot of situations with Blofeld. So you admire why Bond values her and makes her his wife. So for me, as a romance film, it wasn't called Bond. It was just general romance film. I think I love this film more. But as a Bond, I think first half boring at time, bit dull. There's some interesting stuff like Blofeld played by Kojak himself. Telly Savalas is there, but I'm like, why not hide Donald Pleasant? Donald Pleasant was perfect as Bond. He had that menacing look. But I keep hearing Kojak's Bond villain. Okay. And I don't find it as intimidating, as threatening as Donald Pleasant. Um, and 12 Angels of Death. That's interesting concept, train basically 12 girls that get brainwashed by Blofeld to help his master scheme of poisoning the world through supplies. And I start making infertile, cause the world to starve. Um, it's interesting. It's so and so. You get some interesting scenes where Bond beds sleeps with one of them and wears that funny outfit that gets parodied in Austin Powers. Like I said, the first far I think a bit dull, but when Bond and Diana get together and try to escape both as men, that's when the film picks up for me. It's like the film was too hard. First half, second half I really enjoyed. And good action scenes as well. Some good action scenes towards the end, especially when Bond and teams up with and Tracy's dad to rescue her from Blofeld base. And that those are good. And the chase scene and the sledge when Ben goes onto a sledge to chase Blofeld down. It's got some good action scenes, but I just takes time. It's quite a long film as well. This is the longest Bond film to date. 1 hour and 42 minutes is almost 2 hours and a half as well. So the pace has a pacing issues, and I just think the first half, second half picks up. Like I said, underrated film, not the worst Bond film ever. For me, I actually like this film more than Next Tom Day Say Forever. I like this more than like Man with the Golden Gun. I like this more than Octopussy. I like this more than Was Not Enough. I like this more than Die Another Day. So this is like it might be, when I first thought it, I thought it's one of the worst Bond films, but looking back, it's a mid-tier Bond film. Like if you love romance, this is a Bond film for you. If you prefer more traditional, suave Bond, Leslie is not as suave as assertive as Connery. It is much more vulnerable, which I guess it helps with him fall in love with Tracy. But then again, Bond's meant to be like an ultimate alpha male, and you're by less me as the ultimate alpha male. That's the issue with this film. And I just want to tell you, rather less, it's just not nowhere near as good on the president as I don't find as intimidating as menacing as Don the Pleasant. I don't know why did we put Don the Pleasant black. Why did we recast him? Also, why did we cast Bond? Um, because Colin wanted to do other things, and not to do Bond. Roger Moore was actually offered this film, but I think he was busy filming a film. He was doing filming. It was in he was filming another film at the time, so he had scheduling conflicts. And Future Bond as well. Damon Vidal was offered this film, but was only 25, 26 years old at the time, so he was too young. And meant to be a guy in his 30s. So and Jojo Lesenby got the part. I think the Bond producer Al is it Albert Broccoli saw him in that commercial. Yes, that's how they found Josh Lesenby. They had no acting experience. We took a risk of this novice actor. We had because they had a look for Bond. He was okay. This guy would be next Bond, but fortunately, Lesenby hated this film. He hated the sort of production and felt it wasn't treated fairly, and agreed with his agent not to do any more agent for Bond films and went his own way. The rest is history. Like I said, the best part of this film is the love story. I love Diana Rigg as Tracy. She's probably it's between her Pussy Galore, Honey Rider. I could be the best bongo of all time. Between her, Honey Rider, Pussy Galore, Domino as well. I could be between her and Pussy and Tatiana. It should arguably the best. Actually, I think I'll give it the best bongo of all time. Most attractive, I probably still say Domino and Honey was most attractive, but in terms of overall bongo and having that presence and having being force to be reckoned with and being an aid to Bond, a companion, probably the best Bond girl of all time. I'd give it best Bond girl. Definitely, probably the best Bond girl of all time. And her name, so she calls herself Tracy, but her name's actually Countess Tracy di Vincenzo. That's Italian. Well, I said it's a film in two halves. First film, bit dull, bit up and down in terms of the pacing. Second half picks up. I like second half of the film. I love the second half of the film. Near perfect. Elizabeth is a step down from Connery, but not a bad Bond. I just not as suave and assertive as Connery is. I love the film. I loved. if they remade this for Connery at the time, like that they did with From the Ball, we, Never Say No Again. I loved if they remade this one with Connery in mind and see how that film made it a lot better. I think it would, but would Connery be as vulnerable as you? I think he possibly, if right script and director, you could show his more vulnerable side as Bond. But not a terrible Bond film, underrated film, in my opinion, but not a classic because of the pacing in the first half was a bit dull for me. Anyways, take care, guys. Thanks for watching my review. Have a good weekend. Bye now.
Stay here. I'll be back.